Alrighty.
First question for you, Datai.
Okay.
When did you start being an LPer?
I don't consider myself an LPer just because I don't like to use that term. But I started, I think, early February in '08.
Hmm. So, other than not calling yourself an LPer, what would you consider yourself as then?
Playthrougher, I guess. I wouldn't call it a walkthrough because I suck at the games and generally don't give helpful advice, but it's just
Just playthrough then,
playthrough.
or
I'm playing through it however I feel like.
okay. Um, your Starly only run, was that the first one you ever did, or was there
Yeah.
other stuff you just decided not to put up?
That was the first one I ever did because around that time I saw Maryland doing his thing and I was like, oh, that's easy. I could do that. And I also saw this one guy did a Wurmple run, Mikkel Demi, and I was like, I want to do something like that, except not as insane. So I combined the
Uh,
two and just uploaded it because I had no sort of quality control at the time.
mm. And it was a very good run.
Yeah.
I'll say that much. Um, Off topic just for a second. What's your opinion on the whole Nick Matt scandal?
Um, from what I understand, Nick Matt was being a drama queen, but I'm not going to hold anything against him. Uh, I don't hold anything against any of the people involved, honestly.
Yeah. Um, will we ever see any more of Starsky, Nina, or Basil? Basil, sorry.
Basil. Um,
Basil? Oh.
I have Starsky and Basil on my Pokemon Diamond file, and I may throw them on for random Wi-Fi if I ever decide to do that or do Pokemon Battle Revolution stuff. Um, but I wouldn't count on anything. I wouldn't rule it out, but I wouldn't count on it. I want
Uh,
to make room for new things.
hmm. Well, speaking of new things then, is it true after XD it will be the quote-unquote end of days, or is that
No, I
just your
definitely
way
had
of telling
something in
us?
mind for directly after XD, and it is tangentially related to XD, although it's not a Pokemon game.
Really?
Yeah.
Care to give us any hints other than that, or should we just wait and see?
Let's see, how can I make it vague enough? It was my Christmas present. So if you
Ooh,
do some sneaking around, you might be able to figure out what game it is.
maybe I should ask Lyco.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I showed it to him once, I guess.
Nah, I doubt I'll go that far.
Yeah,
I'm excited to find out about it though.
yeah.
Um, Favorite LP or between other than I think Chugga Conroy, Maryland may be considered an LP. I think.
Does he still make things? Like,
I, I
I know.
guess he does it every. He calls them Tuesdays, but
Oh.
I've never see anything come out. And when he does, it's rare. But
Well, when I first found him, I really liked Maryland because he generally knew what he was talking about and was informative and had his own
oh
site
yeah, he
too. It's
had
all
like
fancy, but I think he tried too hard to be. I don't know. He felt really stiff and not natural or something. So I eventually just didn't really like listening to him anymore, regardless of how
yeah.
informative he was.
He
But
seems to have gotten a little
yeah,
behind on everything.
like has he
Whereas
even announced the thing fifth gen on his site? No, he has not.
no, I would say I know. From what I've gathered, Chugga can post videos every day. He does his Twilight Princess and
Oh, he's on Twilight Princess now. I thought he was still on Wind
or no,
Waker.
Wind Waker. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's Munching Orange.
and I think isn't Capri Sun doing Twilight Princess as well?
I think he might.
Yeah, I don't
I haven't
watch
checked him
any of
out
them,
yet.
so
And then I know you post at least one Twilight Prince, or I keep saying Twilight Princess, one Wind Waker, and an XD every day. So
I try to anyway. And Wind Waker
if
is
not
really
both, then.
dependent on whether or not Lyco and I have time to record. I have
Hmm.
two more episodes recorded, and then I'm out. So
Ah, yeah, I enjoy when you add Lyco in there. He's
yeah,
a interesting individual.
he's interesting, and he's someone I'm really comfortable talking to. So I think that just adds
Mm.
fluency to it.
Um, are you familiar with Rich Alvarez?
No idea.
Oh, um, Rich Alvarez, he does the Stupid Mario Brothers series.
Hmm.
He's very interesting. He takes like the whole Nintendo aspect and wraps it up in what if Mario and Luigi in their teenage years without mustaches were in the real world. It's interesting. You should check it out sometime.
Well, I'm looking it up on Google, and all I'm finding is some sort of Filipino basketball player.
Well, type in
Oh, here
Richard
we go.
Michael Alvarez.
I get you. I found it. I'll look at that once this is done.
Stuff. Okay. I had a list of other things. And I forgot them all. Well, do you have any questions for me then, while I think of anything, or?
Well, I don't think I ever
really
actually
like
answered who my favorite LPer was, and I'd have to say Rurilu is my favorite LPer.
Which
I'm
one
following
again?
on Twitter. He's the guy with the turtle icon. He does banjo games, and he's currently in the middle of Nuts and Bolts, and he's pretty darn good at them.
What's his name again?
Rurilu.
Rulu?
Rurilu. Lots of vowels involved.
Oh, okay. And he does all the...
He's done Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo 2. He's in the middle of Nuts and Bolts now.
And of course, this is the question everyone is asking on the internet now. What's your opinion on the 5th gen?
The current designs that I see aren't bad. They're not amazing, revolutionary, but not too bad. The issue with me is that he's basically Lucario 2.0 in terms of marketing and basic humanoid dog-like design with a cuter pre-evolution.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like a legendary or a starter, or if it's kind of like what they did with Glameow, how they put it out there beforehand.
I don't know. He doesn't look bad for sure, but I'm going to need to see more character designs before I officially declare them out of ideas.
I was thinking it was a Ninetales evolution type thing, kind of like
You
how
too?
they have. Yeah, it was along the lines of how they have the male Kirlia with the Dawnstone evolves into Gallade kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like maybe a
But
male Vulpix with
if it were an evolution, they would have to take away tails, and that defeats the point. Like, even from the silhouette, you could tell that there was only one tail, and then I found out that was a ponytail, so that didn't even count.
True. And then I guess the Lucario idea, it worked really well. Like, a lot of people made sense with it.
Yeah.
Flame Astro and a lot of those people made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We've already discussed the end of days thing. For the viewers out there who may ever want to challenge you to a Wi-Fi battle, will you ever be accepting again, or?
Maybe Heart Gold and Soul Silver would get me back into the mood for it, but I don't feel like it now. Going through the EV training, even with action replay, is pretty darn tedious, and I don't really enjoy designing them. If anyone wants to do like an in-game team Wi-Fi battle once I finish Heart Gold, that might be interesting.
I agree. I'm one of those people who's gotten the ROM of Heart Gold and been playing through it.
Yeah, I didn't want to spoil myself.
Yeah. Well,
I did that with Platinum, and I don't think I got the true gist of it.
It's really an interesting take on the whole game. A lot of things are the same. And they added a lot of the aspects from Crystal in there too, so
Okay.
A lot of things are the same. Other than that, anything, like I said before, anything you want to ask or say to the viewers out there?
I'd like to thank Norway for its support. I'd like to thank that one German guy who watches my videos. And I think that's all I can think of.
Oh, two final questions, actually.
Two final questions.
Olympics. Team pick to win? The most gold?
I honestly don't know who's all, doing... I haven't heard any hype like I heard about Michael Phelps or anything. All I know is the stuff that was on the Colbert Report, so I guess I'll vote for that team.
And then Kentucky Fried Chicken or Kentucky Grilled Chicken?
I haven't had either in a long time because there's much better fried chicken nearby.
That could be true.
Yeah.
I'll believe that. Well, thank you for this interview, Datai.
Sure thing.
And everyone, make sure to subscribe to Datai, and if you want, subscribe to MadaraGamer as well.
Go for it.